Don't take life too seriously. Good morning, everyone. Life is a wild, unpredictable, messy adventure. Yet so many of us go through it gripping tightly to control, perfection, and seriousness, as if loosening our grip might cause the whole thing to unravel. But here's the truth: life will unravel anyway. The question is, will we unravel with laughter and grace, or with clenched jaws and stress? Life has a way of convincing us that perfection is the ultimate goal. From early on, we're taught to strive for flawless grades, perfect performances, and seamless success stories. Yet if you look closely at the moments that truly take your breath away, you'll notice something remarkable. They're rarely, if ever, perfect. They're messy, unplanned, and full of imperfections, and that's what makes them beautiful. Think about a time when you laughed until you cried. Was it during a perfectly curated event? Or was it because something unexpected and ridiculous happened? Perhaps someone tripped over their words? Or maybe the timing of a joke was so off that it became hilarious. These moments of imperfection are what make memories worth cherishing. Perfection is static, rigid, and frankly, a little boring. Imperfection, on the other hand, is dynamic, alive, and full of possibilities. When we allow ourselves to embrace imperfection, we create space for joy to enter our lives. It's in the little cracks of our plans, the parts where control slips away, that light and laughter seep in. Imperfection invites us to let go of impossible standards and to truly be present. Think of children at play. They don't care if their towers fall or if their paint goes outside the lines. They're immersed in the act of creating, unburdened by the need to get it right. Their joy comes not from achieving perfection, but from simply being in the moment. Yet so many of us hold on to the belief that we have to present a polished version of ourselves to the world. We strive to keep everything in order to have the perfect career, the ideal relationships, and even the right kind of hobbies. This pursuit of perfection becomes a barrier to authenticity. It makes us hesitant to try new things because we fear failure or judgment. But here's the thing: imperfection is universal. No one escapes it, no matter how hard they try. When we embrace our imperfections, we give ourselves permission to be human. This self-acceptance opens the door to deeper connections with others. Vulnerability becomes a strength, not a weakness, when we allow others to see us as we truly are, flaws and all. People don't connect with perfection, they connect with authenticity. A perfectly rehearsed speech might impress an audience, but a small, unplanned laugh or a stumble over words can endear them to you. Moreover, imperfection fuels creativity. Some of the greatest innovations and works of art were born from mistakes or unexpected turns. The act of creating, whether it's painting, cooking, or solving a problem, is inherently imperfect. It's in the process, the trial and error, that magic happens. The willingness to try, fail, and try again is what leads to moments of profound joy and accomplishment. So instead of striving for perfection, strive to show up. Show up for your messy, unpredictable, and beautifully imperfect life. The joy you're seeking is already there, waiting in the places you least expect it. Laughter has an uncanny way of breaking through the weight of even the most serious moments. It's a universal language, a spontaneous reaction, and an emotional release that reminds us we're human. More than just a reaction to humor, laughter is a profound force that has the power to transform our mood, heal our hearts, and connect us to others. In a world that often feels heavy and overwhelming, laughter is a gift we should seek and savor. At its core, laughter is a release. When we laugh, we let go of tension, fear, and stress, even if only for a moment. Think of the last time you felt consumed by anxiety or sadness, only to have someone crack a joke or say something utterly ridiculous. That laughter, brief and uncontrollable, acted as a reset button. It didn't erase the difficulty, but it created space to breathe, to gain perspective, and to remember that not everything is as dire as it seems. Laughter, in many ways, is the body's way of reminding us not to take everything so seriously. Scientifically, laughter has incredible benefits. It reduces the levels of stress hormones in our bodies, like cortisol and adrenaline, while boosting the release of endorphins, our natural feel-good chemicals. It's like a mini workout for our internal systems, a burst of energy that leaves us feeling lighter and more at ease. Regular laughter can even improve immune function, lower blood pressure, and enhance mental health. But beyond the physical benefits, laughter touches something deeper, our soul. When we laugh at ourselves, we take away the power of shame. One of life's hardest lessons is learning to accept that we're not perfect, that we'll make mistakes, embarrass ourselves, and sometimes fall flat on our faces. But when we can find humor in those moments, we strip them of their sting. Instead of allowing a mistake to define us, we turn it into a funny story, a moment of connection with others. Laughter turns wounds into wisdom and awkwardness into endearing memories. Laughter also creates bonds. There's something uniquely intimate about sharing a laugh with someone else. It breaks down barriers, softens differences, and unites us in a shared moment of joy. Whether it's a deep belly laugh with old friends or a quick chuckle with a stranger, laughter reminds us of our shared humanity. In that moment, there's no competition, no judgment, just connection. Perhaps most importantly, laughter helps us navigate life's absurdities. Let's face it, life is full of unexpected twists, ironic turns, and moments that make us shake our heads in disbelief. Finding humor in those situations isn't about ignoring the challenges, it's about acknowledging them with a sense of resilience. Laughter is a way of saying, yes, this is hard, but I can handle it. I can still find joy even here. It's not a denial of reality, but an embrace of the messy, unpredictable beauty of life. Ultimately, laughter reminds us that we are alive. It brings us back to the present, pulling us out of worry about the future or regret about the future or regret about the past. It's a powerful medicine, freely available to all of us, waiting to be shared and celebrated in even the smallest moments. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as a weakness, something to hide or avoid. Society conditions us to believe that showing emotions, admitting fears, or exposing imperfections makes us fragile. But in truth, vulnerability is the purest form of courage. It is the willingness to show up and be seen, even when the outcome is uncertain. It's the bravery to take risks, to love deeply, to ask for help, and to share your truth. At its essence, vulnerability is about being authentic. It's choosing to stand in your truth instead of hiding behind a mask of perfection or control. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you're saying, this is me, flaws and all. That level of honesty requires strength because it opens you up to judgment, rejection, or failure. But it also opens you up to connection, growth, and joy. Think about the moments in your life when you felt most connected to someone, whether it's a friend, a partner, or even a stranger. Chances are those moments were rooted in vulnerability. Maybe it was a heartfelt conversation where you shared something personal, or maybe it was a time when you admitted you didn't have all the answers. Vulnerability invites others in. It creates a space where real, meaningful connections can flourish because it's in those raw, unguarded moments that we see each other's humanity. Vulnerability also fuels courage and action. Every great endeavor begins with a step into the unknown. Whether it's starting a new job, pursuing a passion, or expressing your feelings to someone, these actions require vulnerability. There's no guarantee of success, and failure is always a possibility. Yet those who dare to take these steps do so because they understand that the potential for growth outweighs the fear of falling short. Vulnerability is what turns fear into bravery. It's what propels us forward despite the risks. One of the most profound aspects of vulnerability is its relationship with resilience. Being vulnerable doesn't mean you won't face challenges or setbacks. It means you'll approach them with openness and a willingness to learn. When we resist vulnerability, we often numb ourselves to avoid pain. But in doing so, we also numb our capacity for joy, creativity, and connection. Embracing vulnerability, on the other hand, allows us to experience life fully. It teaches us to sit with discomfort, to find strength in uncertainty, and to keep moving forward even when the path isn't clear. Moreover, vulnerability fosters empathy and understanding. When you share your struggles, it not only lightens your own load, but also encourages others to do the same. It creates a ripple effect, reminding people that they're not alone in their challenges. Vulnerability inspires others to be brave, because when you show your true self, you give them permission to do the same. In a world that often equates strength with invincibility, choosing vulnerability is a revolutionary act. It's about stepping into the arena of life, not knowing if you'll win or lose, but showing up anyway. It's the ultimate expression of courage and the foundation for a life that is authentic, meaningful, and deeply connected. Play is one of the most underrated and misunderstood aspects of life. As children, play is our natural state. We run, imagine, create, and explore without a second thought. But somewhere along the way, as responsibilities pile up and societal expectations take hold, play is relegated to the realm of childish things. It becomes something we feel we must outgrow, a luxury reserved for vacations or weekends rather than a vital component of daily life. Yet play is essential, not optional, for our well-being, creativity, and connection with others. At its core, play is about freedom. It's the act of engaging in something simply because it brings joy, not because it's productive or goal-oriented. Play allows us to step out of the constraints of schedules, deadlines, and expectations and enter a state of flow where time seems to disappear. It's in these moments that we reconnect with our true selves, the part of us that isn't defined by what we do or accomplish, but by what we love and how we feel. Play also reignites creativity. When we approach life with a playful mindset, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. Consider the greatest innovations or works of art. They often stem from a sense of curiosity and experimentation, qualities born from play. A playful attitude encourages us to take risks, explore new ideas, and think outside the box. It removes the fear of failure because play isn't about succeeding, it's about engaging with the process and enjoying the journey. Beyond creativity, play is a profound stress reliever. In a world that often feels overwhelming, play acts as a reset button for our minds and bodies. It allows us to temporarily disconnect from worries and immerse ourselves in the present moment. Whether it's laughing with friends, engaging in a favorite hobby, or simply being silly, play releases tension and brings a sense of lightness that we often lack in our day-to-day lives. It's a reminder that not every moment has to be serious and that joy can be found in the simplest of activities. Play also strengthens relationships. When we play with others, whether it's a game, a shared activity, or even lighthearted banter, we build trust and connection. Play breaks down barriers and invites people to engage with one another in a way that feels natural and unforced. It fosters a sense of belonging and creates shared memories that bring people closer together. In this way, play is not just an individual pursuit, it's a communal experience that deepens our relationships and strengthens our sense of community. Perhaps most importantly, play reminds us of the joy of being alive. It taps into the childlike wonder that we all still carry, no matter our age. It's a celebration of life's simplest pleasures, from the way sand feels between your toes to the thrill of trying something new. Play allows us to approach the world with curiosity, excitement, and a sense of adventure. It's not a frivolous escape from reality. It's an essential part of living a balanced, fulfilling life. Life is a journey best experienced in the company of others. From the moment we are born, we are wired for connection, for shared experiences, and for relationships that bring meaning to our lives. While personal achievements and solitary moments of reflection are important, it is through the bonds we form with others that life becomes truly rich and fulfilling. The joys we feel, the struggles we face, and the milestones we achieve all carry more weight and meaning when shared with those we care about. Sharing life with others brings a sense of purpose and belonging that is hard to replicate on our own. At its heart, human connection is about being seen and understood. It's knowing that someone else cares about your experiences, your dreams, and your fears. Whether it's a partner, a friend, a family member, or a community, having someone to share your life with creates a sense of safety and grounding. It reminds us that we're not alone in navigating the complexities of existence, and that together we can face whatever challenges come our way. In moments of joy, sharing amplifies the experience. A personal victory or a moment of happiness feels even sweeter when celebrated with others. Whether it's raising a toast to a promotion, laughing uncontrollably at an inside joke, or simply watching a sunset with someone by your side, the act of sharing allows us to multiply our joy. These shared experiences become cherished memories, woven into the fabric of our lives and forming the stories we tell and retell. Likewise, sharing life makes the burdens we carry lighter. Hardship is an inevitable part of the human experience, but facing it alone can feel overwhelming. When we allow others into our struggles, they can provide comfort, guidance, and support. Sometimes simply knowing that someone is there to listen, to hold space for our pain, or to walk beside us in tough times can make all the difference. The act of sharing our vulnerabilities not only eases our own burden, but also strengthens our bonds with others, creating relationships rooted in trust and empathy. Beyond personal relationships, sharing life is about contributing to something larger than ourselves. When we come together as a community, we have the power to create change, to lift one another up, and to build a collective sense of purpose. Acts of kindness, collaboration, and mutual support remind us that we are part of an interconnected world. By sharing our time, resources, and energy with others, we create a ripple effect that enriches the lives of everyone involved. Ultimately, sharing life brings perspective. It helps us see beyond our individual experiences and appreciate the beauty of diverse viewpoints, cultures, and ideas. It teaches us patience, compassion, and the value of compromise. Through shared experiences, we learn that life's meaning is not found in isolation, but in the relationships and connections we cultivate. These bonds give depth to our existence, reminding us that the greatest joys and the most profound lessons are discovered together. So as we navigate the twists and turns of life, let us remember that we were never meant to journey alone. Life is richer, fuller, and more meaningful when we open our hearts to others, celebrate our joys together, and share the weight of our struggles. Whether through small acts of kindness, deep conversations, or simply being present for someone else, the connections we nurture are what truly make life extraordinary. Let us embrace the beauty of sharing, for in doing so, we create a life that is not just lived, but deeply felt and profoundly shared.